Hi everyone, thanks for making the left turn. For today, Saturday, November 17th, 2018, I'm George Farrar. Welcome back to the Jack's Left channel. Welcome back to another episode of History in Jacksonville. It's really loud today downtown. I'm here downtown, here in downtown Jacksonville, and I'm going to be bringing you a progress report, as I've been doing for years, about what's going on downtown. Specifically, what's going on with some amazing landmarks and historic places. I've got so much to bring you because the people that tear down yesterday to bring us tomorrow, and sometimes also the people that renovate and restore yesterday and bring us tomorrow, they have me really busy. I am the busiest than I've ever been filming downtown. This, folks, is a filmmaker's paradise. Maybe I just let out a good secret. But anyway, so here I am in front of the old Duval County Courthouse, which opened in the late 1950s, closed, I believe, in 2012. And so here we are, and behind me, they're getting ready to demolish it. They're getting ready to demolish the old Duval County Courthouse and the old Jacksonville City Hall, which was dedicated in November 1960 and served as our City Hall until 1997. And then, of course, it moved out to the old St. James Building, the old Cohen Brothers store. So a lot going on. So there are people that are demolishing, and there's a question about what's going to happen back here on the river. So we're waiting to see, and there's talk of a new convention center, but there are over 1 billion reasons why that could possibly not happen. But that hasn't stopped the bulldozers and the construction workers from starting to tear apart the old courthouse and City Hall. But there's some good news going on over on Laura Street, the old Barnett Bank building, the Laura Street Trio. There's talk about the old Ambassador Hotel. I've got some good pictures of the Elena Flats Building under renovation. I've got a lot for you. I'm so busy, I don't know where to begin. I know that I have a lot to bring you, and you know when I have a lot to bring you, I say it, and I'm going to go ahead and just say it right now. Let's roll it. It was a brisk fall Saturday morning on Bay Street. Here we see our old City Hall. Later it was our City Hall Annex. We see it's being prepped for demolition. We see the inscription of the map, the lower half of Florida on the front there. We see the sun glistening out over the old City Hall, out onto Bay Street, looking to the west. Let's go further down to the east and take a closer look at Old City Hall. Dedicated in 1960, our City Hall until 1997. It was very loud, very loud. Lots of construction. We'll zoom in on the sign, and we'll go further east onto Bay Street. Let's take one last look at the old courthouse and City Hall walking down Bay Street. It's amazing to think that at some point in 2019 these buildings are going to be gone, and we're going to start thinking about what's going to go here on the river. But let's not forget the impact these buildings have had
in our city. Now, let's go further into downtown. Let's go on to Laura Street. Let's take a look at the old Barnett Bank building, currently under renovation. Whenever I come downtown to take a look at what's going on, I always enjoy stopping by and taking a look at the Elena Flats Building. It was built in the 1900s after the Great Fire of 1901 as a boarding house, and it deteriorated in the 1980s, 1990s, and now there's renovation going on. I've been following it. There was an effort to preserve it. That effort was successful, And now we see a lot of renovation happening on it. We see this amazing brick on the Elena Flats Building. And in just a moment, you'll see it with the sunlight. It looks absolutely beautiful. And I'm going to do a show about the Elena Flats Building with all the pictures over the years that I've taken and filmed and present it to you once it's completed.
Here we are at the corner of Julia and Duval Streets, and we see the old Ambassador Hotel. Start out as the West Church Street Apartments, the 1920s. Later on, became a hotel. It was put on the National Registry of Historic Places in 1983. I remember walking by it. In 1997, in December of 1997, and it was within months of closing. I didn't know it at the time. It was later condemned. This old hotel really captures my imagination, and you get the feel right here, a special feel that you get here at Julia and Duval Streets. Across from the old Independent Life Building built in the 1950s. They later moved out to what is now the Wells Fargo Center, out on the north bank of the St. Johns River downtown, further downtown, towards the river. And then off in the distance, City Hall, Hemming Park, which is less of a park by the day, the United States Federal Courthouse, the old United States Federal Courthouse, which is now the State Attorney's Office, and don't forget, the TIAA Bank building opened as the Southern Bell Building in 1983.